Hello there. Welcome to Abstinence Only Education. Now, I know what you're wondering. What are we going to do today? I mean, what do you do in abstinence education? Beyond simply being told not to have sex, which doesn't really seem like enough to fill up a lot of curriculum. Well, you might notice that it's just boys today. The girls have been asked to attend a special sewing class so that I could talk just to you, just to the boys. Because today I want to tell you about something important. Now, we all understand why we take abstinence classes, right? We understand what the function is. It's to prevent disease and pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, unwanted disease, but I guess all diseases are kind of unwanted, so that's tautological. And the only real way to do that is to abstain from sexual activity until marriage. And then, when you're married, suddenly those methods of birth control that were unreliable before will be 100% and never fail you. I mean, it wouldn't be possible for someone to have an unwanted child, an unplanned pregnancy, after marriage. Because marriage changes the physiology of how effective birth control can be. But today I wanted to talk to you about a valuable resource that you can make available to yourself to help you on this journey. You see, the reason that you boys have this desire to defile a girl, it's because there's something lacking in you. And you can fill that need with something that's more appropriate. So today what I want to encourage is to foster in you a love, to foster in your heart a love, a good, healthy love of wiener. You see, the problems with you boys having intercourse with girls, the problem of you getting one of them pregnant, why, that really can't be prevented. Not 100% of the time. And so it's really not acceptable to have any risk whatsoever. But if boys have sex with other boys, why, there's no risk of pregnancy. That's completely safe. And so that's what I want you boys to be able to do, is have sex with each other instead of girls. Now, I know this will be difficult for you. It will be a difficult transition to want to play with another man's wiener or another boy's wiener. And so some of you might be able to become leaders and become, the more dominant. And you can help your fellow classmates. The more dominant ones can get behind the others and give them a few good pushes in the right direction. But I want to give you something else to help you along. A wiener ring. so that everyone who sees it will know that you have a commitment to having sex with other boys. I'd also like for you to sign a wiener pledge, pledging your commitment to receive wiener. Now, I want you to understand that you don't have to participate. You can, if you're not interested in wiener, just return to the normal abstinence program, but it's certainly there as a resource for you. And I have yet another resource for you. Check this out. We're going to start you on a steady diet of gay porn to help foster your love of... Teacher, could we, watch some straight porn instead? Well, I'm just afraid that wouldn't be safe, Billy. I mean, if you were to succumb to your hunger for female flesh, it might get in the way of your love of your classmates' wieners. And so, I think it's better if we just stick to gay porn for the moment. Are there any other questions? Teacher, I'm a little worried that if I do this when, I finally do get married and, I could have sex, that, I won't really want to. All I'll really want is, man wiener. Well, Tommy, that's a very legitimate concern. And that's why I want pornography to be a part of this journey with you. Because you see, when you get to the age where you're responsible enough to put a condom on your dick, at that point, when you can get married, you can begin to transition off of gay porn, and you can use as a stepping stone transsexual porn. I know what you're probably wondering. There aren't that many transsexuals out there. How many of them could there possibly be on the internet? But you would be pleasantly surprised. Now, I wanted to conclude by thanking you all for being here today and for listening and encouraging you to begin having safe sex with each other. Because sex with girls, it's just too dangerous. But two boys, why, there's no danger there. There can't be any pregnancy. It's not possible. And since all of you have been on the abstinence program, you're all virgins, there's certainly no sexually transmitted diseases that will be possible, no matter how big your orgy gets. So, I'm glad that we had the chance to have this discussion, and are there any other questions? I'm surprised that an abstinence program would encourage boys to have sex with each other. That's not really a question, Billy, but of course, an abstinence program isn't going to have a problem with homosexual relationships. I mean, remember, the objective is prevention of pregnancy and disease. And why, there's no chance of that when two teenage boys who are both virgins have sex with each other. I mean, if an abstinence program were to have a problem with that, it would almost be like prevention of pregnancy and disease wasn't really its objective. And that instead it was just trying to enforce social control and indoctrinate children into an irrational worldview. And we all know that that's not the case.